Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning call. We start with technical and derivatives. Uh, During the last week, we saw Nifty as closed at 17,158 and Bank Nifty has close to 37,500. Both the indices are gained by 2 and 2.5%. From the derivatives point of view, we saw the short covering in both the index on the Friday session. Coming to Nifty, the put call ratio is 1.35. Which can again can rally close to 1.6, 1.8 level, and this can take probably the index close to 17,200, yeah, maybe 17,300. Technically, what we believe close to 17,200, 17,300, there should be a profit booking because we have already gained more than 11% in Nifty and close to 15% in Bank Nifty. So more of a profit booking at higher levels. And for the week, we expect range bound kind of momentum to be seen. And just in case the range continues and the selling pressure is seen, then Bank Nifty will be the one which will be on the weaker side. During the last week, metals and IT were the performer. Metals rallied by 7% and IT was up by 3%. Whereas we look at the monthly data, the metals and PSU banks followed by consumer durables were some of the sectors which have rallied in the last month. The sectors which are positive for the coming session can be metals and energy, followed by commodities. This thing. Whereas for the week, we expect the large caps to remain sideways and mid caps and small cap to see some kind of rally during the week. Coming to the FIs data, the FIs went net long in the index future by 10,000 contracts, and their net position on the index was 27,000 contracts. And their long short ratio is they were long by 60%. If you see the monthly built up, there are few stocks like Federal, IndusInd Bank, Oberoi Hotel, Indian Hotel, Oberoi Realty, Indian Hotel, and Navin Fluoro. This has seen some long positions in the monthly time frame. Whereas what we observed in Friday's session was like pharma stocks like Dr. Reddy, Cipla, and Sun Pharma has seen some kind of long positions. Whereas cement was one of the space where the buying was seen. So this both can see some momentum during the week. And the call for the day is we are recommending a buy in Cochin ship in the range of 3315 to 333 with a stop loss of 325 for the price target of 346. Whereas in the derivatives report, we are recommended buy in M&M 1150 call option in the range of 52 to 56 with a stop loss of 38 for the target price of 86. Thank you, and that's all. Over to Vishal, sir.
Yeah, good morning team, good morning sir. Starting up with the banking side, one is bank sectoral credit report was updated by RBI for the month of June, and the credit growth for the sector stood at around 13.5% on YoY basis, and this is better than the credit growth what the industry has seen it in the month of May. Segment wise, it was led by retail credit and allied, which continued to repeat a strong set of credit growth, and retail credit witnessed a growth of around 18%. Service portfolio, again, it was up by around 13%, and which was better than what the industry has seen in the month of May. Overall, I mean, what we understand is credit growth continued to improve, led by a couple of segments, and the trajectory is expected to remain strong at least for this year. In the banking space, I mean, overall our positive view or topics are ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, so they remain a best bet. Though HDFC Bank as such, after the merger, it has not done much in terms of stock performance, but overall, if you look at fundamentally the company in terms of the results, what they are reported, and even at industry level, the credit growth continue to remain strong, so that will benefit. So our topic remain ICICI and HDFC in banking space. Next, DCB has reported numbers, so asset quality remains stable. GNPA was largely stable at around 4.2% on which was largely stable, which was 4.3% on Q-on-Q basis. And if you look at NII, was up by 21% YY. This was led by better margins, and PAT growth was sharply up by around 188 percentage point, led by lower provisions. So the report that we have published, we have revised our estimate upward, and we retain buy rating with a target price of 110 on DCB. Next is on rights. So rights discuss results we have discussed. Overall, the note that we have published, we are reiterating our buy call, and we revised our target price upward to 335. What we understand is that in this inflation environment, rights could outperform. Reason one is it's a good dividend delay. Dividend yield is around 7%, and even in this quarter, company has declared a dividend of 4 rupees per share. So on a quarterly basis, they'll be giving dividend. So it is not like at the end of the year there will be some bit of uncertainty, or probably anything can happen. But now on a quarterly basis, one can track the dividend. So that way it's positive. We are retaining our buy rating on rights. Next is on Shelley. The results were already discussed. It was better than what we or street was, what we or the consensus was expecting. And the note that we have published, we are retaining our buy rating on the stock, and target price is 374 on this stock. Company has resumed its inventory addition plan at existing locations, so that way it's positive, and it will expand its footprint in North India with a property in Delhi and opposite Terminal 2, Terminal 3 in Delhi Airport. Overall, I think Chalet will do good, as the spending in terms of hotel sector or people are moving out, so that will positively benefit the stock. Next is on JK Paper. JK results were better than what we were estimating. Revenue was up strongly 100% on YoY basis. EBITDA margin stood at around 30 odd percentage point, which was again up on YoY basis, and growth in the volume and high realization has contributed to overall better performance. We will be releasing a note post our interacting with the company, but overall a good set of results from JK Paper. Next is on Nilkamal. Nilkamal, again a good set of numbers. Revenue was up by 50% on YoY basis, and this is primarily led by volume and value growth both. EBITDA margin stood at around 9.3%. Overall, it is again up by on YoY basis, so not much of pressure in terms of margins, which we were earlier expecting. We are reviewing our numbers on the stock, and currently we have hold rating, and we'll release a note. Overall, a positive set of numbers from Nilkamal. Next is on HDFC Limited. So company has reported numbers. Overall asset quality has improved with the growth stage 3 assets, that is GNPA stood at around 2.1 percentage point, which was around 2.3% on quarter basis. And if you look at AUM growth for the company was up by 17% on YoY basis. The company has reported a PAT growth of 22%, and this is led by lower provisions on HDFC Limited. On this stock, we have a buy rating, and our target price is 2,950, and valuing the parent business at around 1,816 bucks. So overall, a positive set of results from HDFC Limited, and we are retaining our buy view on it. Cholamandalam Investment has reported numbers. If you look at the company, PAT has up by around 73% on YoY basis, led by lower provisions. Asset quality has improved again, which is pretty good, or I'll say healthy at around 4.16%, which was around 6.8% on YoY basis. And as per the RBI norm, GNPA for the company stood at lower at around 6.3 percentage point, which was around 6.8, or even on quarter basis, things have improved in terms of asset quality for this stock. We will be releasing our note on this company, and currently we have a positive view on Chola. Next is on Ashok Leyland. Ashok has reported numbers. So numbers were below estimates. It was at EBITDA level. EBITDA margin was lower at around 36.7 basis point. In terms of, though not a major deviation, but at a PAT level, the deviation is higher. They've reported adjusted PAT, which is up by around 120% point at 55 odd crore. The numbers are lower than what we were estimating by around 70 odd percentage point. So currently, though we have a positive view, we'll be reviewing our number to factor in actual number, and we'll release a post note post that. Two news flows. One is on GE. So GE has received an approval from the stock exchanges on the proposed merger with Sony Pictures. This approval permits the company to proceed with the next step, that is overall merger process. This is positive for GE, as post merger the combined entity will be India's second largest entertainment network in terms of revenue. Now post the merger, Sony will own around roughly 51%, while the promoter group SL and the public shareholding will be around 4% and 45% respectively. Currently, we don't have a coverage on Z, but overall, the conclusion is basically removing a overhang on stock performance from here on. Last thing from my side was on IT. So as per the couple of media reports, it suggests like, there is a slowdown in the US will lead to slowdown in the revenue growth for Indian IT company, as the US company might delay some IT spending. However, what we understand is, at least in this year, when the budgets by companies are already frozen, so we don't expect any meaningful deviation in terms of revenue growth for the Indian IT company. So they are expected to remain strong. Only thing to be seen like in next quarter, next year, probably what kind of guidance is given. But overall, I think if you look at IT stocks in general, they have seen quite a bit of weakness in the market. And probably at this level, our best bet remain Infosys and Techem, where we have a buy rating on the stock. Yeah, so that's it from my side. I'll hand it over to Sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir, and good morning, everyone. We'll see more couple of updates. MRPL is now looking to expand its network, petrol pumps in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana region, and it also near about tapping its vicinity area. Currently, it is in the concentrated in Karnataka and Kerala area, so this would be better. And subsidiary, it's a subsidiary of state-owned ONGC, which has also forwarded into this region, Bangalore, Karnataka. ONGC Videsh has also arm that is ONGC, and IOC is going to acquire stake in Tullow Oil Lokcher Field in Kenya, and this Kenya secretary has said in that. Dr. Reddy's also has entered into pact with US-based Layback Pharma, which are going to acquire rights of medication to relieve redness of eyes. And the company is also licensing a pact in New Jersey-based drug firm for that is primarily targeted ophthalmic solution for 0.25%. And lastly, from my side would be Torrent Power has also acquired 100% stake in Wind 2 Energy for 32.5 crore. That is from Inox Green Energy. So that's it from mine. I'll hand over to Prabhakar sir for more updates. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Good morning, friends. Bank of Baroda came with the results. Fantastic results from Bank of Baroda. Their advances grew by 18% to 8,39,000 crores. And net interest income was higher by 12% at 8,838 crores. Profit after tax, that was very high at 78% at 2,168 crores. And the gross NPA and net NPA has seen a huge downside. So the gross NPA is now at 6.26 and NIMS is at 3.02. So I think this result is very good. So some PSUs can come back for rally, and Star Health also came with the results. It is a turnaround candidate. Due to COVID, there was huge claims in health insurance and even in life insurance. Now the COVID is behind us, so that has started to make Star Health profitable again. Star Health in health insurance is the only company which has less than 5% corporate people. In 95% it operates on individuals, so their margins are better, their claims are very low. They have earned a premium of 2,800 crores. Profit after tax is 213 crores, and this is positive. Already the Star has rallied, but we are very positive on Star Health. For a long-term perspective, maybe short-term, we don't know. Central Board of Trustees of EPFO, now they have deferred a decision on increasing equity investment from 15 to 20%. It is slightly negative. Due to this news only, market started to rally in anticipation, but now that is not happening. CDSL came with the results, a good set of numbers. CDSL now has 6.85 crore of demat account. They have opened about 55 lakh of demat account in last quarter. That is also very good. Now revenue was higher by 30% at 157 crores, and profit after tax is higher by 22% at 89 crores. But currently the valuation is right, so I don't think any positive momentum will happen in CDSL. IDFC First Bank came with the results. Again, good set of numbers from most of the banks. Advances grew by 21%. Even their deposit grew by 21%. So the advances at 1,37,000 crores. Their NIMs are slightly higher at 5.89 crores, and gross NPA has also reduced at 3.36 crores, net NPA at 1.3 crores, and they have turned around. Previous year, same quarter, they were at loss. Now they are making a profit of 474 crores, but cost to income ratio is still high. It is at 72.95%. Cost to income ratio, if it is 50% and below, then the bank is very efficient. That has still not happened in the case of IDFC First Bank. Motilal, they also reported results, but not a very great results. So I would not go detail into it. Vishal threw a light on Zee-Sony merger. Post-merger, Sony will be the major, almost 50% stake they will have. So for a long-term investor, one can look at it. DLF came with the results. Wonderful results. I listened to the con call also. Their revenue was higher by 22% at 1,516 crores. Gross margin almost 53%. Profit after tax 470 crores at 39%. They have reduced debt by 16% to 2,259 crores. And we need to understand DLF and Shobha. These two real estate company has huge land bank across India. For Shobha, it is more of South India, but DLF has across India. They have in NCR region, they have in Mumbai, they have in Chennai, they have in Hyderabad, they have across India. So this stock might look expensive as per PE ratios, but due to their land bank, this stock can do very good. And DLF has said, 215 million square foot potential development is going to be there. Sun Pharma came with a fantastic results. Again, revenue grew by 10.1%. Profit after tax grew by 42% at 2,061 crores. And EBITDA margin was at 26.8%. And India growth was 13%. So any pharma company which has India focus, there is a growth. But anything where Europe is a focus, there we have seen margin contraction, and even business has come down. That is very important in pharma. Car trade came with the results. Revenue was higher by 47% at 92.8. Profit after tax is 8.6%. But still, I feel it is a sell on rally stock, not to buy at this price. Deepak Fertilizer, again, fantastic results. I think Deepak Fertilizer will give you 8 to 10% upside. Revenue was higher by 3,031 crores at 59%. Profit after tax, it was higher by 2.33 times at 436 crores. And the management has indicated many things that they will be expanding their capacity. Very positive. Government has saved almost 76,000 crores due to higher wheat prices in the market. So farmers didn't give it to the government. They saved 76,000 crores, which will be used for fertilizer subsidy. So it is a bonus for the government. And government capex drive is higher by 57% year-on-year basis for the June quarter. They have spent almost 1,75,000 crores, and road, railways, and defense have benefited from the higher spending. And we need to understand government has allocated 7,50,000 crores for capex, and out of which the growth is 57%, which will boost banking, because credit growth will also be there when the capex starts to spend, and it will create a lot of job generation. And in the last news, I want to discuss about Yes Bank. So Yes Bank, the equity capital about 1.1 billion will be there. So it is almost 8,900 crores. They will rise from two PE funds, Carley and Advent, 10% each. But we need to understand, the bank in between suffered. That time their total equity was below 480 crores. Today they are 5,100 crores as equity. and if they add 5,011 crores as equity, and if you add this another 20% dilution, so it will become 6,000 crores. So for 6,000 crores, your earnings will not catch up, because more of equity dilution is happening. So that is something very negative. Many people feel, the stock was at 500, 600 rupees, now it is trading at 13, 14 rupees. It can go to at least 50 rupees, 100 rupees. No, it is a distant dream. I don't know whether it will happen or not. But as per my numbers, going to 25 itself is very difficult, because it is a penny stock and it was trading at 600 rupees at one point of time. Please do not think it might go at least to 100 or 200. It is not possible, because the fundamentals don't say so. With that, over to you, Kshitija.
थैंक यू सर। गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। अभी हम लोग एक कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं। क्रेडिट ग्रोथ के नंबर्स आए थे। क्रेडिट ग्रोथ की जो इम्प्रूवमेंट है वो काफी अच्छे से हो रही है। तो क्रेडिट ग्रोथ में जो कंटिन्यूस जून मंथ में ग्रोथ है वो 13.7 है ईयर ऑन ईयर। और उनका जो सेगमेंट वाइज हम लोग देखेंगे तो रिटेल जो सेगमेंट है उसने अप ट्रेंड दिखाया है 18.1% ईयर ऑन ईयर। और इवन जो सर्विस पोर्टफोलियो उसमें भी ग्रोथ विटनेस हुई, मतलब जो सर्विस पोर्टफोलियो ग्रोथ है उसमें स्लाइटली डाउन टिक विटनेस हुआ है 12.8% ईयर ऑन ईयर। तो ओवरऑल बैंकिंग सेगमेंट में हम लोग क्रेडिट ग्रोथ इंप्रूव होते हुए देख रहे हैं। तो बैंकिंग सेगमेंट में आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, एचडीएफसी बैंक हमारे टॉप पिक रहेंगे। और फंडामेंटली अभी मर्जर के बाद एचडीएफसी बैंक परफॉर्म नहीं कर रही है, बट फंडामेंटली कंपनी स्ट्रांग है। तो ये बैंकिंग में आईसीआईसीआई बैंक और एचडीएफसी बैंक टॉप पिक है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है डीसीबी बैंक के नंबर्स आए थे। उनकी जो एसेट क्वालिटी है वो स्टेबल है, जीएनपी भी स्टेबल है और उनका नेट इंटरेस्ट इनकम 21% से ईयर ऑन ईयर इंक्रीज हुआ है। पैट भी 188% से इंक्रीज हुआ है, क्योंकि जो लोअर प्रोविजन है उसके कारण। करंटली कंपनी के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है, जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 110 है। राइट्स के भी नंबर आए थे। इसके जो नंबर्स थे हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किए हुए हैं। और कंपनी ने ये क्वार्टर में 4 रुपीज का डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर किया और कंपनी एक डिविडेंड यील्ड स्टॉक है। तो और इवन कंपनी क्वार्टरली बेसिस पे डिविडेंड दे रही है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है शाले होटल के ऊपर। शाले के भी नंबर्स हम लोगों ने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किए। कंपनी अभी एक्सपांड कर रही है नॉर्थ इंडिया में, और जो दिल्ली में T3 का टर्मिनल है उसके ऊपर भी उनका एक्सपांशन और प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है। करंटली कंपनी के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है, जो टारगेट प्राइस है 374 है। जेके पेपर के भी नंबर्स आए थे। जो नंबर्स थे वो हमारे एस्टिमेट से काफी अच्छा है। रेवेन्यू भी 100% से ईयर ऑन ईयर इंक्रीज हुआ है। ग्रोथ की जो वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ है वो भी इंक्रीज हुआ है। इसके ऊपर हम लोग जल्दी नोट रिलीज करेंगे। नंबर्स काफी अच्छे आए थे। नीलकमल के भी नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू जो 50% से इंक्रीज होके ईयर ऑन ईयर आया है। इबिटा भी इंक्रीज हुआ है। हम लोग इसके ऊपर भी नोट रिलीज करेंगे। करंटली स्टॉक के ऊपर होल्ड रेटिंग है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है नेक्स्ट अपडेट है मैंगलोर रिफाइनरी पेट्रोकेमिकल्स जो है उन्होंने एक्सपांड किया है जो नेटवर्क पेट्रोल पंप्स है तमिलनाडु में, आंध्र प्रदेश और तेलंगाना में। और अभी कंपनी जो पेट्रोल पंप्स नेटवर्क है करंटली उनका जो कंसंट्रेशन था वो कर्नाटक और केरला में था। बट इसके अलावा भी जो सब्सिडरी ऑयल ओएनजीसी जो है करने वाली फ्यूल रिटेलिंग जो लिमिटेड वे और वो जो फोकस करने वाली एरिया है वो क्लोज रहेगा। रिफाइनरी जो मैंगलोर है कर्नाटका से। इसके अलावा डॉक्टर रेड्डी जो कंपनी है उन्होंने जो मेडिकेशन है रिलीफ जो रेडनेस ऑफ आईज है उसका जो राइट्स है वो अक्वायर कर लिया है। देन नेक्स्ट अपडेट है टोरेंट पावर के ऊपर। टोरेंट पावर ने 100% स्टेक अक्वायर किया है विंड टू एनर्जी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड में, और जो उसकी कॉस्टिंग है वो 32.51 करोड़ है। और कंपनी ने ऑलमोस्ट जो अक्वायर किया है वो 3 करोड़ 25,10,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स, और उसकी जो फेस वैल्यू है 10 रुपीज ईच है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है जी एंटरटेन के ऊपर। कंपनी को एक स्टॉक एक्सचेंज अप्रूवल मिला है कि वो मर्ज सोनी पिक्चर्स में करेंगी, और इसके साथ अभी अराउंड उसके 51% अप्रॉक्स सोनी के साथ राइट्स रहेंगे, और बाकी जो है वो प्रमोटर्स और शेयर होल्डर्स के पास रहेंगे। तो ये लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए हम लोग जी के ऊपर पॉजिटिव है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है हाँ एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड है, उनके भी नंबर्स आए थे। एसेट क्वालिटी इंप्रूव हुई है। जीएनपी 2.1% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। पैट है वो 22% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। करंटली स्टॉक के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है और टारगेट प्राइस है वो 2950 है लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए। और चोला फाइनेंस के भी नंबर्स आए थे, पैट इंक्रीज हुआ है 73% से ईयर ऑन ईयर और असेट क्वालिटी भी इंप्रूव हुई है 4.16 अराउंड। और जो जीएनपी है वो भी लो है और जल्दी हम लोग इसके ऊपर भी नोट रिलीज करेंगे। करंटली हम लोग पॉजिटिव है। अशोक लेलैंड के भी नंबर्स आए थे बट हमारे एस्टिमेट से नंबर्स काफी लो आए हैं और इबिटा है वो भी लोअर आया है। और पोस्ट कॉन कॉल इसके ऊपर भी हम लोग नोट रिलीज करेंगे बट व्यू हमारा पॉजिटिव है लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से। जो अभी स्लो डाउन है यूएसए में उसके कारण जो इंडियन आईटी कंपनीज है उसमें हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि इतनी ग्रोथ नहीं देखेंगे। तो इंडियन आईटी में हम लोग इन्फोसिस और टेकएम पे हमारा व्यू पॉजिटिव है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है सीडीएसएल के भी नंबर्स आए थे। सीडीएसएल ने 6.85 करोड़ डीमैट अकाउंट ओपन किया, उसमें 55 लाख अकाउंट लास्ट क्वार्टर में ओपन किया। रेवेन्यू 157 से करोड़ है। पैट भी इंक्रीज हुआ है 22% से। तो वैल्यूएशन वाइज कंपनी अभी नॉर्मल है। आईडीएफसी फर्स्ट बैंक के भी नंबर्स आए थे। बैंकिंग में सभी बैंकिंग के नंबर्स अच्छा है तो उसमें आईडीएफसी बैंक के भी नंबर्स काफी अच्छा है। एडवांस 22% से इंक्रीज होकर 1,37,000 करोड़ है। जीएनपी भी डाउन है 3.36 और उनका जो लास्ट क्वार्टर में उन्होंने लॉस डिक्लेयर किया था, रिपोर्ट किया था, पर ये क्वार्टर में उन्होंने प्रॉफिट डिक्लेयर किया है। बट एक है कि उनका जो कॉस्ट टू इनकम रेशियो वो यूजुअली 50 रहता है, बिलो 50 रहता है तो अच्छा रहता है, बट ये आईडीएफसी फर्स्ट बैंक के केस में नहीं है। तो डीएलएफ के भी नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स काफी अच्छे आए थे। रेवेन्यू 22% से इंक्रीज होकर 1056 करोड़ है। पैट भी 470 करोड़ है, 39% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। और एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज की कंपनी ने जो डेप्ट है वो 16% से डिक्रीज की है। तो ओवरऑल हम लोग देखें रियलिटी सेक्टर में तो डीएलएफ एंड शोभा अक्रॉस द इंडिया है। शोभा मोस्टली साउथ इंडिया साइड में है बट डीएलएफ अक्रॉस द इंडिया है। तो अभी स्टॉक एक्सपेंसिव लग रहा है वैल्यूएशन वाइज बट ये आगे जाके अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकता है। दीपक फर्टिलाइजर्स के भी नंबर्स आए थे। फार्मा में सन फार्मा के भी नंबर्स आए थे, काफी अच्छे नंबर्स आए थे। दीपक फर्टिलाइजर्स के नंबर्स भी काफी अच्छे आए। 8 to 10% हम लोग रैली यहाँ से एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं। रेवेन्यू भी इंक्रीज हुआ था। पैट भी काफी अच्छे से इंक्रीज हुआ था 2.30 टाइम्स 436 करोड़। कंपनी के मैनेजमेंट ने गाइडेंस दिया है कि वो बहुत सारे एक्सपांड करने वाली कैपेसिटी और इवन गवर्नमेंट ने 76,000 करोड़ कुछ सेव किए थे जो अभी वो फर्टिलाइजर सब्सिडरी के लिए यूज करेंगे तो ये पॉजिटिव रहेगा। यस बैंक के ऊपर एक लास्ट अपडेट है कि जो उनका इक्विटी कैपिटल है 1.1 बिलियन फ्रॉम 2 फंड्स वो करने वाले हैं। जब बैंक प्रीवियसली सफर कर रही थी तब उनका जो ये था वो 480 करोड़ था बट अभी उनका जो डायल्यूशन है वो 5,011 करोड़ के समथिंग अराउंड इक्विटी है। बट अभी और वो 20% इक्विटी डायल्यूट करेंगे तो वो जाके 6,000 करोड़ होगा। तो ये एक निगेटिव रहेगा। हम लोग कब से बोल रहे हैं कि यस बैंक अभी आप लोग को जो लग रहा है कि 10-15 रुपये है वो जाके 50 और 100 होगा तो ये पॉसिबल नहीं है। फंडामेंटल कंपनी के इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग्स नहीं है। आप सर का कहना है कि 25 तक की जाएगा कि नहीं वो भी डिफिकल्ट है। ये एक पेनी स्टॉक है तो आपको ये स्टॉक को अवॉइड करना चाहिए। दैट्स इट फ्रॉम आवर एंड। थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर जॉइनिंग द कॉन कॉल। हैव अ नाइस डे।